Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for clicking on this video today is my birthday. It is November the 3rd. I'm a fall baby, so today is my birthday and I'm turning 29 and I feel amazing. I feel great. I feel blessed. I feel rejuvenated. I overall feel phenomenal. Phenomenal woman. In the name of Maya Angelou. I chose the Gingerbread palette from Too Faced. It's like a palette full of like warm tones, warm shades, and I feel like it's perfect for the upcoming season. I don't know if it's still sold, but I'm gonna take my favorite new eyeshadow brush, the Claudio Riaz Instant Eye Brush. It's a really great eyeshadow brush, especially for beginners. And I'm going to take the shade Gingerbread Glam, which is like a nice neutral brown, and I'm going to put it right in the crease starting. Did add lighter concealer on my eye, and I did do the micro brow cheat from Charlotte Tilbury with the shade Black Brown. So into cinnamon, which honestly was by accident, and we're gonna go and right into the crease area as well, and we're just going to warm up the eyes. So I'm turning 29, November the 3rd, 1994, but November the 3rd, 2023, and I am just very, very grateful. Grateful to grow in age older, grow in age wiser, to be here, to breathe. I am very, very thankful. And I just want to share some things. One thing that I have learned is why rush? Why rush? And the reason I say that is because I feel like we all have this in common. We rush into things. We want something to happen so bad, whether if we've been waiting for it our whole entire lives or if we're just eager for the opportunity. What I've learned is that rushing doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere because it's all on God's timing. And God's timing is the best because number one, He's going to prepare you for it. So then when you get there, you're ready for it and you know how to handle it and you won't lose it. Two, some things may not be ready for you yet. You're rushing and you go and you open it. Kind of like when you're baking something, right, in the oven, brownies or muffins, and you open the oven too early and it kind of goes down. I'm not a baker, but I've done that before. The thing I've learned is don't rush. Don't rush because you're rushing to get to something that's not ready yet or something that is basically nothing. So I'm learning that as well. I do need more patience because also I'm very determined and I'm very goal oriented, and I feel like us that are very determined, we want to complete it. Like a part of being determined is completing goals. Like you want to complete your goal, and if you don't, it bothers you. I have to learn not to rush. And I'm going to take the shade Cookie Call with the same brush. So Cookie Call is a darker brown, a shade that I always use in this video on this channel. And this brush is so good, I'm laying it flat. So then it's also distributing the shadow, the lid a little bit. That Cookie Call, because it's a darker shade, and we're just going to go right into the crease outer corner again. Don't be afraid to ask questions, whether if you're in class or you need to ask God something. Don't be afraid to ask. You ask, you shall receive. When you ask, you receive the answers. I remember growing up and being so like just shy and timid and not really, asking questions when I need an answer. This has helped me so much. When you ask God things, like certain things, not even certain things, when you ask God things, whatever it is, because that's between you and Him, it helps communication and it helps build the relationship. God answered. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When you ask questions and you ask things, when you raise your hand, don't feel like you're stupid. Don't feel like I'm being annoying. No, ask. When you ask questions, you get answers. Chanel liner. I don't know if I want to do a wing. I think I just want to do just like a simple across the eye liner. For lashes, these may be a little too much, but this is the Lash in Hollywood from Lilly Lash. Have faith in yourself. I was watching Legally Blonde the other night, and I loved her ending speech when she was saying having faith. Honestly, I never knew what having faith was. I never even knew that I was walking off of faith. You have faith, you really do move mountains. When you have faith, you do things that other people can't see, that other people think that is like ridiculous or stupid, that is dumb. But you have the vision for it. You have the eyes for it because you have the faith. Faith also too, it keeps you encouraged. Having faith helps you believe in yourself. And sometimes it's hard to fully believe in yourself because a lot of people have doubted you or people always have something to say. But faith conquers all of that. Look for cream of Charlotte Tilbury cream because I'm feeling really dry. I don't know why I feel so dry. I didn't apply as much as I needed, but I'm feeling super dry, y'all. Super dry. The Chanel Ultra Le Teint foundation in the shade BD 121 is my shade. Let's talk about something that is so priceless: wisdom. Wisdom is so priceless. I never fully knew what it was. I never fully knew how precious it was. And I remember as a kid having strings of gray hair, and people would be like, oh my god, you're so wise. It's a sign. Like if you have gray hair as a young kid, you have wisdom. I don't know what that is, but just know when I was younger, I would pray for wisdom. I feel like I started praying for wisdom. I was either senior, junior year of high school, or I was like in my super early 20s, and I would just pray for wisdom. And I remember reading the Bible. I forget which story it was, so if you know, link the story down below. But I believe it was Solomon who had the long hair, and he went, I don't know if it was Solomon, it was the Solomon, or I don't know if it was Saul. It was one of them, I feel like. And they were praying for wisdom. And I remember reading, like, God was like, I like that. I like that you're praying for wisdom. Because usually you just pray for protection, you pray for money, you pray for, like, I would say also like the popular things maybe. But I would pray for wisdom. And I still pray for it to this day. Because with wisdom, you make wise decisions. You speak, you can tell a person has wisdom. It comes out when you talk. And it's such a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful spiritual gift. It's a gift from God, and it doesn't matter what age you are. Pray for wisdom. I'm gonna take the Charlotte concealer, and this is in the shade 15.5 deep. I was at the dog park not too long ago, and I was talking to this guy, and he's a very nice guy. We ended up going into like a little debate at the dog park because this guy, I was telling him, I was like, we need money, but money isn't everything. Don't get me wrong. I like shopping. I like buying things for my apartment, and I like paying my bills, and you need money for that. Money is a resource. Money is a tool that is needed on this earth. Yes, money does matter, but it's not everything. Right? Because I was telling him, I said, without wisdom, how are you going to wisely handle that money? You can have money to put the child in school. You can have money to buy the child all the clothes. You can have money to pay for all the child's medical bills. But in my opinion, you need wisdom with that child. And he was like, well, people don't know to pray for wisdom. Your parents gave you that. And I was like, dude, you don't even know me. You don't know who gave it to me. I said, no, God actually gave it to me. I said, my parents did not direct me to pray for wisdom. God put that in me at a young age. I didn't even know it, but my parents did not direct me to pray for wisdom. And he was just like, well, how do you know? And I was like, dude, I was like, I don't know. I just know when I was younger, I prayed for wisdom, because he was listening to me talk, and he was like, well, you know, you're very wise. Your parents did a good job, and granted, they did. But my wisdom comes from God, not my parents. Now, my parents, they are wise. It comes from God. So, quick little story time. Who gets younger? Who do you know that gets younger? And by this I mean, because I always see you on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen a whiff of it online or whatever, but people literally turn 25, 26, and they're like, I'm getting old. Of course you're getting older, but it gets younger. I really hate how the society has put this umbrella, like put this horrible stamp on growing older, as if it's not a blessing. Some people nowadays don't even make it past the age of 25, and that's very sad and super unfortunate. I am very grateful to turn an older age every year. I am turning 29 today, and I cannot wait until my 30th birthday. Okay, I'm always 2 steps ahead. I don't take 2 steps back. I'm always looking forward. I am so excited. I can't wait to turn 30, and I am grateful to be able to turn 30, and it's going to be a fun birthday. This is going to be a fun birthday. I'm happy to be here on this earth. I'm grateful for all that I've learned, and I'm going to continue to grow older and grow older, and I'm not going to let anybody make me feel a certain type of way because I'm growing older. Like, who cares? If you haven't noticed, nobody gets younger. I'm taking the Dior concealer in 4W. This is the older formula. Like, think about it. Think about it. Infant grows into what? A toddler. A toddler grows into a child. A child grows into a teenager. A teenager grows into a young adult. A young adult turns into an adult, and an adult grows into an elder. There's different stages of life. I think we should be appreciative for each stage in our life, and not be so stuck on this, I'm getting older, I'm turning 30, I have to be married, I have to have children. And this kind of goes back into, do not rush things. You rather be young, married to some guy that God doesn't even have for you, or a woman, you rushed it because of this age thing. Then when you get older, you end up divorcing. Or we could say even money-wise. You know, we have a lot of young, successful people out here, which is great. It is beautiful. But would you rather not rush, wait for God to give you what He's going to give you at His timing, and have longevity down the line, and have it when you're older? My young girls out there, don't rush to grow up. Enjoy every stage of that teenage dream and that teenage life. Enjoy it. Don't be matching nobody's nasty, negative energy. When somebody is like nasty and rude to us and trifling to us, we want to get right back with them. We want to get right with them. We want to give it back. Don't. One thing God had taught me, especially when I was in Atlanta, I'm not gonna lie, it would literally hurt my pride, because I'm like, I want to say something back. Well, I can say something back, and I know I can put this person in their place. I know I can hurt this person's feelings because they keep bothering me, and I feel like being bothered. Mood really want to verbally do damage to this person, because I know I can do it. But that's not right. And I had to let God correct my heart. One thing He taught me is just be quiet. Just be quiet. I feel like God has really schooled me, like, be quiet towards your haters. They're going to watch you regardless. There's always going to be people that say nasty things to you. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't like you, who don't like you for breathing. They don't like you for existing. But do not reciprocate what they're giving you. Do not take your spirit where their spirit is. No, continue to be that light, continue to radiate, and continue to hold your grace. I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Honey Powder in Translucent. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in Deep number 4. Guys, I feel like the internet world will be such a better place if we all learn to agree to disagree. I am a passionate person, and when you're a passionate person, you be going in about the stuff that you are passionate about, or that passion just thrives through your spirit naturally. I had to learn to disagree. My big sis really helped me with this. You always need somebody in your corner to hold you accountable, because sometimes we don't see our own mistakes, and it was something that I did not see. I had to learn to disagree to agree. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Everybody has a different opinion. I had to learn how to agree to disagree. When you learn to agree to disagree, you can have a civil, calm conversation. Okay, the shade Cookie Call, and we're going to just put that on our lower lash line. The Guerlain mascara for the lower lashes. This mascara is so good for your lower lashes. I highly recommend you try it. It's so good. Keep forgetting to mention this. Thank you, God, for putting it on my spirit. Longevity. Something that you should pray for is longevity. I can give you biblical examples to modern day example. Let's start with biblical first. For an example, Moses had longevity. Not only did he live long, but you hear his name throughout the Bible. He was basically famous, if you may say. I could also use Michael Jackson as a reference to longevity. Yes, he is gone, but his music and his influence lives forever. Longevity. Pray for longevity. As once again, and I'm speaking to just everyone, especially young girls, you see people online, they have all these nice things, and granted, they work hard for it, but who will actually have longevity? How many will have longevity? You want to have longevity in whatever God gives you. And we're going right back to our first point in the video. Do not rush, because whatever God gives you, he's going to give you longevity, and he's going to give it to you at the time where you can handle it and you have the wisdom. You have the wisdom to really hold on to it. Longevity. You want longevity, whatever marriage you have, you want longevity in friendships. Longevity is key. Pray for it. Okay, your blush, I love this blush. The darker you are, the brighter the blush. Your Rosy Glow in Cherry. It looks coral. I don't know why they named it cherry. It looks pretty coral. And I'm going to take a more denser brush to apply this on the cheek area. It's so pretty. It's not chalky whatsoever. On the apples of my cheek. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like you, especially if you are filled with light. In fact, this world is going to hate you. But you do not put energy into that. And I reference this every day to myself. I also really want to shoot this message out to younger girls, because hey, do not worry about who does not like you. Do not worry about that. Somebody's always going to dislike you. Many different reasons why, and the reasons are irrelevant. I don't care. I don't care. You focus on me. You putting all that energy into not liking me, you can be putting that energy into your craft, your career, your relationship, whatever it is. There's always going to be somebody who does not like you. God will not let them stop you. Whatever plans that they have towards you that are not used, that are not good, they will not prosper. There's always going to be somebody that don't like you. Don't worry about it. Don't question, well, what did I do? I used to do that. Like, what did I do to you? Don't worry about it. Just keep doing you. Focus on you. Focus on God. Focus on your family. Don't worry about it. As long as they don't like you, are always watching you. So they be wasting that energy, and they be wasting that nastiness that's on the inside of them. There's always going to be somebody who don't like you. But guess what? It's irrelevant to you. Today, we're going to take the Rare Beauty lip pencil. Super Nude from Charlotte. That's pretty. You don't even need a gloss, but I'm gonna add one anyway. Setting spray. Thank you for watching my video. I hope everything I said in this video, it helps you. I hope it encourages you, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, it's a blessing, and always be grateful to turn a new year.